Stan was driving at about 1 a.m. on a Wednesday night down a rough part of Jerome Avenue in the South Bronx. But he was feeling good. He had just had a nice visit with his mom, who refused to leave the old neighborhood here despite his offers to buy her a nicer place elsewhere. She had made her famous meatloaf plus an extra for Stan to take home. But that wasn't why he was feeling good. It was because of the talk he had given at his old high school. He felt as if he had really gotten through to a lot of those kids and given them hope that they too could become successful investment bankers or anything else they wanted to be. He told them how he had stayed in school, studied hard, and worked long hours. He let them know that he didn't get his money overnight with one big contract or one big score. He hoped his words had offset the enticement of quick money they got from the pro athletes, or worse, the drug dealers that too many of them tried to emulate. A few of the kids were so inspired by the speech, they followed him outside to ask him a few more questions. That was when they saw his car, a brand new S-Class Mercedes-Benz, and forgot what they were going to ask. "This car is no joke," he heard, and "I don't care what nobody says, I'm getting one of these." Or just, "Damn." He tried to correct the notion that getting such a car was his biggest motivation, but he wasn't so sure he had succeeded. He was looking out now on the abandoned old factories, the scraggly old trees that lined the road, and other signs of urban blight. Nevertheless, it was a quiet night, which made him worry a little less. Even the wind was perfectly still. That made it all the easier for him to spot the unmarked police car that was right behind him. He was reminded that the kids weren't the only ones who made special note of a black guy driving a $100,000 Mercedes. He could sense that they were going to pull him over in a minute. Right now, they were probably scanning the back of the car for an expired emissions sticker or a missing seatbelt strap on his shoulder. He made sure to never give the cops those excuses to pull him over. That didn't always prevent a stop, however. And then the questions would come. "Man, this is a nice car. How much did this set you back?" Or, "The payments must be pretty steep on a car like this. I wonder how you manage them." He thought back to the stories of his guitar-playing dad, who had played a lot of predominantly white neighborhoods. He said his band had given more free concerts by the side of the road to prove they were musicians than paying gigs. Now another car sped up behind the unmarked cop car, but it wasn't a Crown Victoria or any other kind of police car. Instead, it was one of those souped-up rice burners. As Stan was coming to a stop at a red light, he saw that the Civic had suddenly pulled in front of him and was slowing down to take a left-hand turn. He slammed on his brakes to avoid a collision, then punched the horn. God, couldn't the guy wait 2 more seconds? Then Stan saw you couldn't make a turn here. Bam! The car crashed into him from the rear. It wasn't a cop. Stan's neck snapped back and shattered glass went flying into his hair along with a shard that sliced his cheek. Dazed, he could see 2 men jump out of the car in front of him, and he heard 2 more coming up behind him. The driver from the Civic got out and approached the car, gun in hand. He motioned furiously for Stan to roll down the window, which he did. Stan recognized the kid from his talk. "Get out of the car, motherfucker, and give me your wallet," he said. "Come on, kid, you don't want to do this," Stan replied. A sharp blow from the thug's pistol butt to the side of Stan's head spoke otherwise. Blood began coming out of his ear as Stan reached into his suit jacket and handed him his wallet. "Get out of the car," the kid said. Stan slid out of the car and stood, holding his aching back while giving the thug an indignant look. "I'm afraid we got another problem, Mr. Big Shot Investment Banker. We forgot to bring our masks to your little pep talk tonight, and now you've seen our faces," the carjacker said. The boy snatched the wallet from Stan's hand, then took a step back and raised his gun. Stan knew he wouldn't reach the gun in one step, but he had to try anyway. He began to move toward the assailant when he noticed the kid wasn't even looking at him. He was looking past him with a stunned look on his face. Stan turned around and watched as a tree smoothly snatched the guns from the 3 assailants behind him. It then stretched a branch over Stan's head and grabbed the gun from the boy who had been about to shoot him. That's when Stan realized it wasn't a tree. It was a giant bug, camouflaged to look like a small tree. The 4 flabbergasted thugs all grew woozy and stumbled. They appeared to be drugged, gripped with fear. Stan jumped into his car. He was still fumbling with his keys as the creature opened the passenger door with one of its stick-like arms and stuck its head through the opening. "Maybe you should wait until the police come," it shockingly said. The bug spotted the meatloaf sitting on the passenger seat. "Are you gonna eat this?" it asked. Stan shook his head with wide-eyed fear. The bug pried the Tupperware top open, grabbed the meatloaf with its 2 top legs, and pulled it out of the car. "Thanks," the creature said. Stan watched as it disappeared around a corner. 2 minutes later, the police found him still sitting in his car, speechless and trembling, surrounded by 4 unconscious thugs.